Good evening, everybody. All right, we got a couple days left till finals,
Welcome, welcome.
and I don't know a single person that is ready. We are all stressing. How about your guys up there in the north?
Nobody's ready. I before getting on here half an hour ago and chatting with you, I stopped off at the shop. I had to pick up my webcam because Billy and I were toying around with some stuff last night to get me kind of set up for that kind of stuff. And walked in, and my partner in crime, Phil, is throwing some wood filler on a box for a guy that we were supposed to have something done last weekend, and things just didn't go well. And I shoved his box and it shattered on the floor, and I was not in a good mood. People that know me know I generally don't have that much of a temper, but my temper has gotten the best of me at other finals in the past.
Oh, yeah. I am definitely stressing, and we are going to keep this a short show because I got to get myself back to work.
Well, that's because you're making extra things.
I always do something extra for the guys.
I
I
never.
figure if they run for me all year long, they
They
deserve
can.
my time and my attention.
They
Because
deserve my time,
finals,
my attention, my knowledge, my term lab use.
going
After
to
that,
finals is a big deal.
they deserve a swift kick in the butt because they're not taking notes, which I harp on everybody. I don't care if you're a rookie or you're 20 years into it, take notes. I will harp on everybody about that. Take notes. In fact, every one of my competitors is going to get a notebook this year with a pen, and it's going to be for notes for base wars because it does help. You will be able to better predict what your scores are going to be and how you're going to run.
Mm-hmm.
It always helps.
Just write simple things down like where the seats are positioned. What's
Yep.
what's going on outside? Is it raining?
Is it
Just simple stuff.
raining? Is it where are you for this show?
Yep, look up
General
elevate.
temperatures. Just take a look at your phone, top right hand corner of almost every Android phone, right up here on your phone. Got to get you right up there on your phone. That's where your time and clock and everything is on a lot of people's phones when I look at them anyway. Take a look, see what it looks like outside, and hey, write it down because there's a difference from when it's 15 degrees cooler. Like today here in Sioux Falls,
Mhm.
we had about 75, maybe 80 degrees, I would guess. Saturday, we're going to be lucky if we get out of the 40s. It's only predicted for a high temp right now, I believe, oh, they did redo it here. I'm looking right now. It says 56 degrees, but a low of 37 overnight, and there is a frost warning. So it's going to be a cold morning.
I'm a little disappointed because that means y'all's voltage is going to be better than ours.
Sorry, but we're just not to throw gas on the fire there, but we're going to be louder anyway.
Ah, we got this shit.
Scores when you're colder are generally louder.
Good evening, Mr.
Not
Thomas.
always. And I know there are going to be
And I
some
think
naysayers
Matt
out there,
Kurt,
but
he did some testing a while ago, and oh my God, these boys need to worry. He's loud.
there's a few people out there that are pretty loud this year. I'm looking at a top 10 score list right now that anybody out there can access because it's at the basewars.org website, right up along the top, and it's got our top 10s. There's a couple carryovers with it, with names, spellings, and things like that. But there's some pretty loud stuff that's on there. And then there's a couple categories that don't really have anybody in it, unfortunately, or that we've got scores in them, and then you're going to see a different spelling of the same thing later on, like goat. I got Greg Corbin, who's done both a 180-142 and a 180.78.
All right, let's go over something real quick. When y'all buy your memberships, we need y'all to go ahead and do that this year, like at the beginning of the year, so we're not stressing. We need y'all to have your membership numbers when you go to shows, and on your membership, there is a place for a code for your team. Please put your team in there now because we don't want to go back and look for all this stuff. We don't want to do this again.
Correct.
We need help. And only our competitors can help us right now. We need memberships bought early. Put your team on it and try to stick with the same name because, oh Lord, I have one person that has run under 6 different names.
I've got one guy that is a good friend. I've known Rocky for about 6 or 7 years. And unfortunately, I can't spell his damn last name. I've got E's where there's supposed to be an O and an O where there's supposed to be an E, and I've swapped them so that they're both E's, both O's, and an O and an E and an E and an O. I got them like 3 different ways on the sheet.
Man, if it's a misspelling, that's on me though.
Those are all on me, but somehow, even after asking him and looking at his score sheet and saying, "Oh, okay, ROCK. Well, okay, it is Rocky. Okay, yeah. Well, as long as the first name is good, I'll know I'll be able to find it because I can't imagine that we have too many competitors with the first name of Rocky out there, even though we are nationwide. I can't believe that there's more than maybe 3 or 4." And yeah, I looked at it, and sure enough, I got Rocky's name spelled like 3 or 4 different ways on there.
Okay. Well, I'm sitting here looking at the new classes for next year, and all of the burp classes look like they're going to pretty much remain the same. Am I correct on this?
I'm looking at the same thing. And yes, other than the location on the sheet, your burp classes are all the same, the way it looks, the way that Billy has them set up right now. Your trunk classes, still the same 4 trunk classes in Stealth, Boss, Godfather, and Kingpin, with your sizes not changing, power ratings not changing, still the same 53 hertz for the cap on your upper frequencies. So you got to play 53 hertz or lower.
Yep. 1 C-pillar class for next year. Everybody got to go up against Brett. Good luck, y'all.
Yep.
From what I'm seeing, we've added more pro classes. He's gave them all of the music classes and a demo class. And all of the demo classes except the trunks have 3. One for We don't have Hurricane for trunk cars. That's it.
Yep.
Other than that, everything has three, which will be trunk, no wall, and wall. So the extremes are going to the pro classes, and everything else is just pretty much getting sectioned out so y'all can play more.
Exactly.
But pretty much all of the power and the cone area, all of that's going to be the same. Billy didn't mess y'all up too much. Hey, there is Mr. Living Loud with Andy. And yes, this is our 200th show. Thank you for recognizing that. I am so proud of Billy for getting us to this point.
It is
He has
nice
worked
to be
himself
there.
to death to get us here.
It is always nice to be at 200. I think when Billy was starting this out, I don't think he ever anticipated 200, but
I, I
or
can tell
or
you this. He didn't
it,
anticipate him making it to 200.
well, he
He
did lose he
expected
did lose
us to
he
all
did
take
lose a little
over.
bit more hair lately, I've noticed, from that little mullet wig thing that he was wearing a couple weeks ago. I've noticed that that's now taken a back seat.
Ooh,
And yeah,
I
Andy,
want to
when
see who does that because it won't be me. I ain't got the money for that.
unless and I'm not plugging a brand when I say ground zero, but unless you're at ground zero for something like that happening, Warzone, that I don't think that would ever happen in the car. Although
Good
many, many
evening,
years ago,
sweetheart.
Alma Gates proved everybody wrong doing 165s.
Oh,
And
just
now
had to go and mention my favorite person in the
oh,
world. Oh my
she's,
God.
she's
Everything
great.
about that woman was amazing.
I never had a chance to speak with her, but I talked with her son Patrick at one of the finals in this would have been like 94, I believe, down in Dallas at the Iasca Nationals. And it was like 2 minutes. That's I asked him like two questions. Yeah, it was interesting. It was this, it was that. Hey, if you don't mind, I gotta go. The truck's up next, but come on over and watch. I'm like, I've already got a corner seat for that thing. So it was there.
I will post
Um,
this up immediately after the show, but pretty much rules are going to be the same.
yep.
Only certain wording has changed for people trying to find them gray areas. We got a little more clarification, not much.
The, there isn't much out there that changes with them. We've added, like Melissa said, we separated out hurricane, typhoon, twister, cyclone. We separated out those demo music classes so that everybody's got their more specific area in it. It's hard to compete in a trunk class against some of the walls, and vice
Oh,
versa sometimes.
definitely. Better question for Mr. Aaron here. Hey, that build done yet? Because he decided to do a rebuild.
Ooh,
Vehicle was gutted last photo I saw.
that's always,
Hmm.
I don't want to say questionable,
No, just go
but
ahead and add an extra level of stress.
every once in a while I'm not opposed to doing it, but if it's worked so far all year, then why change it? Unless you can be
Exactly.
louder.
It'll be here soon. Yeah, so is finals. That's Saturday.
You got less than, let's say you've got a legitimate 48 hours, but beyond that,
No,
you still
he's
got to
got to
get some
work
testing in there
too.
as well. You can't test on Saturday morning in the lanes, man. Well, you can at Melissa's show, not at my show.
Oh, you can rebuild in the lanes at my show. Trust me, I've helped build boxes in the lanes.
Brett, I've never known any of your builds to be at plan A, B, or C. You always change them from what I keep hearing.
Yeah, he goes always straight to loud.
Well, you got to get past testing to get there. So at least we got that kind of there.
Oh, but he's got years of science with him. He knows what's going to be loud before he ever builds it. He's one of my favorite people to go to for real questions
There you go.
because he will give me an honest answer whether I like it or not. A lot of times he's told me stuff and I was like, man, that ain't what I want to hear. But he's honest because he told me I needed to drop subsize, and he was right. Voltage is stable.
It helps if you can sometimes. If you can talk with
Good
people
evening,
that
sir.
are knowledgeable about the vehicle and the build, it's beneficial to talk to them.
No,
Hmm.
this is one of my trunk cars I'm banking on.
No, not going there. But if you bring your table saw strapped to the top of your car, David, and you build it at the show, I'd purposely give you 2 additional bonus points. I don't know what for, but I give you the bonus points on that. But I do know people that would
Killing me.
carry along things like that when they travel to the shows if they're that far away. So you never know when something's going to break and you got to rip out the saw and make a new panel for something.
Oh man, you're stressing me out. Every vehicle I have seen what kind of sound deadening they have in it this week. And I'm sitting over here just on pins and needles for them. Oh, what happened?
Jesse, I'm just giving out the creative points on that. That if David brings the 2 sheets of birch with a table saw strapped to the roof of his car, I'm just going to give him 2 creative points just because I can. It's kind of like whose line is it anyway? We're just giving out points just because.
See, I like that statement.
Yeah, Ground Zero makes that kind of stuff.
See, certain vehicles need to flex. We stiffen them up and we lose.
Some of them you got to get to that.
Need to breathe.
Yep, some of them you got to get to that 4th layer of deadener before you find out that nope, 3 was good.
Yep. See, we all try to protect our vehicles the best we can, but sometimes that flex is what helps. And I've seen it, man, I did it to myself. Tried upgrading, doing the wooden roof, and I lost. Just because I stiffened the vehicle up. So you got to know what kind of vehicle you're going with and whether it needs to move or not. Uh-oh, Battle of the C-Pillars up in here now. We have Mr. Craig Kelly, who will be at our Tennessee location at the Armory doing demo wars for the whole country.
Is there a most improved award? That's a good question, Jesse. Most improved how? Because some people will have completely changed their vehicle. And I don't mean, rebuilt it from, 212s to a single 15 or something, or from 410s to 412s. They may have taken their van and said, no, I can't do it in a van, and gone over to something else. They might have bought a CRX, or they bought a Toyota Tercel, or some other older car.
I can't wait to see who wins the C-Pillar class. I'm so excited for this.
Jesse, I can do that in my own vehicle right now. I can play the stock speakers in there and maybe do a 112 or 113, and I'll throw my single 15 in there and hit a 153. Maybe.
Yeah. You know, he says this is his fourth setup this year.
Well,
That is a single cab truck with a fork. And not once has he went to a blow through. Everything has been sniper class.
nice.
4 different sniper builds in there. It's kind of impressive to see it because he rolls up low and slow and just loud as everybody else.
Now, is it what kind of truck is it though? Is it a regular cab, like full size F-150 or Chevy Silverado or small truck?
It's full size.
Okay.
It's rare to see a single cab nowadays, and man, does his look good. But he'll message you before every show. Hey, what's the turn in look like to get there? Am I going to scrape? Because if he's going to scrape, he ain't coming.
True. I know people that will show up very late and look at all the scores and they'll be like, nah, okay, I won't
No,
do
I'm
this
talking
today.
about scrape getting in the driveway to the
Oh,
show.
that too. That too.
He ain't coming if that driveway's bad. He loves that truck. Good evening, Mr. John Earl. Got another one of the Gale Force guys up in here. It's nice to see him. Have you gotten a demo in John Earl's truck?
Never seen it.
Oh, that thing is nasty.
I take that back. I saw someone was doing a video from one of them that you did earlier this year, and
Mhm.
I caught a brief like 10 seconds of it and watched it and I was like, damn, that thing's pretty impressive. We need to hook up together and just go around like 2 weekends a month when we're not actually doing our own shows and hit everybody else's shows so we can see all these.
Oh, I do that anyway. I love that. Oh, and he's talking about the Gale Force F1s that come out. Oh my God. I couldn't wait to get my pre-order in. Alan was like, "You're going to have to wait a minute." And I'm like, no, you put me up on that list. I want there now. Those are perfect for me rebuilding my doors. He needs to come play Demo Wars with us. Got stuck at the gas station.
I was going to say, those are the things with the horns sticking out in the center.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I recognized that name from something.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the Gale Force guys. He's one of them that makes Gale Force proud.
Well, if
Good
you're not
evening,
making your
sir.
stuff, if you're not making the product loud, you're doing a disservice to it. Just have fun with it, of course, but
he
try
does
to be
things
loud as
different
well.
than I do. He does a lot of power on his,
Sure.
and I do minimal. We are complete opposites when it comes to these F3s. Mine are nowhere near as loud as his, but I'm going to get there because I'm going to call him and ask what amp he has on them. See, that's why he calls me. Okay, I didn't realize you'd lost a bumper going to a show.
Huh. Oh, which cat?
We got a lot of cats in the bag right now.
One of them was.
You want to come on and talk to us about this cat? I'll be glad to send you a link, dear. Love to hear about what you got going on at the armory. Oh, 750 watts per. Oh, no wonder his woke up.
750 is not a bad number.
We're talking on some door speakers.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. I was just looking at them, and the mids up from I think it said on the F3 on both the 6.5s and the 8s, they were like 250 to 350 was what they were saying, I think, if I remember correctly now from God, they're only 30 seconds ago.
Right.
My only question is how are you getting 750 watts on them? That's an insane amount for a couple of door speakers.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, and those are on the 6.5s. Oh, you got to tell me what amp that is, hon, because I need to know.
The phone will work for you. Wake them up, and definitely in an extreme class, 750 watts going into your doors will do it in most extreme classes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you consider that a lot of the mids and horns that people are using right now are 94, 95, 96 sensitivity. Those things are screaming at you.
I hadn't even thought about getting a Trinity amp. Good call.
I've been looking at one that does 1,500 per channel.
I've been looking at the Crossfire amps as far as their 4 channels.
They make some nice stuff. Crossfire's been a product that I've been a fan of for a very long time. I was a fan of theirs, God, 20 some odd years ago.
Ah, okay. That's what I was thinking of putting the mine on. But damn, I was going to do that on the actual. Wow, he's got his horns on that. Okay. Maybe I'll never get on his level. Maybe I'm just good down here. This is starting to sound expensive.
It's cheaper. Well, I cannot speak from experience, but I've been told that car audio is more expensive than drugs.
Yes, because I gave up drugs for this, and
There you go.
I wasn't in debt when I was on drugs. Like, this addiction is bad. Awesome. Man, I heard it when it was first done and loved it. Can't imagine what it sounds like now. Well, let's
New
see.
class.
Top 10 and Beast. Probably going to walk old school.
Well, let's see here. Where's my list? Beast right now, to get into the top 10.
He's already there.
Yeah. Right now, basically, you got to be doing about a 160 in almost basically about every class, with the exception of like Bandit and Boss, the 2 entry level for open and trunk. Otherwise,
Okay. Did you just say my jaw dropped?
yep.
Mr. Super gonna compete with us next year. Oh, woo. The lanes are gonna light up.
I'll believe that when I see it. You know, come on up here to South Dakota, man. You're not that far away, Super. Come on up.
I'd love to see him running lanes.
Bring a couple of friends up here. Loudest C-pillar. Well, that's going to take some work as well, because there's some pretty loud C-pillars out there right now that don't actually look like C-pillars.
But his man, he's doing it already with just a 5K on it. He put any more power to it, and he's gonna be deadly. Uh-oh. Yeah, get Dan Curran up in the lanes. We need him.
Shit. He'll pull up into the lanes. He won't ever score, but he'll pull up in through the lane as he's checking to see who the judge is, and then drives another 100 feet away and starts demoing all day.
Good evening, Mr. Chris Mills. He's got Sonic looking great for finals. I
Yep.
hope everything goes perfect for him. Because trust me, he done talked enough shit to everybody that it's going to have to go perfect. I love Chris. If anybody can start a debate on who's the loudest, it's Chris.
He'd be a good choice for it. I can't even comment on the final form yet, Brad. I'm not going to, because right now my car is in about 30 pieces sitting in the shop. Billy was getting an eye full of it last night, setting up OBS and a couple other things with me, and my little car is it's a sad state right now. It's got about a 1/4 inch of dust on it too. The cheat code is right, left, up, down, A, B, start.
Nuh-uh, it's knob. Grab that thing.
All knobs to the right.
God, I can't wait to see all y'all in the lanes.
Yeah, speaking of Sunday, let me go back here to something. I was looking at...
Exactly. Somebody needs to come with Brett some competition. We only have him and Greg that run the C-pillar class and sit there and go battling at each other. We need as much competition in each class as we can get. I think we have lost. There we go.
There we go.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, that was me. That's me just kind of thinking, here I am, the computer guy, and I'm messing up my own computer.
Okay, who we got doing Wake the Dead? I think that's Jimmy, isn't it?
Jimmy, I think, was going down there, I thought.
I think that's Jimmy and Sonia Pittman.
Let's see.
If y'all will throw me up a flyer, tell me what day it is, I might can have that day off and just go on. Because that's a bucket list show.
That one is...
I know he didn't go there.
I'm looking and I don't even see it.
Okay, let me see if I can find you another link, hon.
Let's see. It won't let you, and
give me just a second.
And you got a Google phone. It should let you.
I always go in through YouTube.
I was going to say, thank you, John. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was like the 20th or the 21st.
Try that one, Mr. Greg Kelly, because we would love to have you in here talking about your show too. He don't want to drive that car no more. That thing must be
You can't do that.
All right, let's see. We got Wake the Dead, October 21st. Oh, that is awfully soon.
Yep. 2.5 weeks.
Ooh.
That gives you just enough time to order those recones and get them set up and head on down to Wake the Dead.
And I keep hearing it's a great show, and the awards that they do are really top notch.
I have heard the same. I know Jimmy had pictures of them. Was it after last year or the year before? I don't remember if it was last year or the year before, but they looked awesome.
Just so y'all know, we got Brett, helping rebuild transmissions just so y'all can tow people to shows. Brett's always down to help with a transmission. All you got to do is call him at the shop. He'll get you one out soon. Talking about I can't tow with my heavy vehicle.
There's
Upgrade
nothing
that
worse than
thing.
breaking down on the way to a show, and it's happened to me a couple times. I didn't know my little Festiva could do 65 miles an hour in third gear before. But it did till I lost third. Then I only had first and second, and it took me about 20 minutes to turn around.
Hey, look.
Oh,
Now that you're here, we'll congratulate you on show number 200. It's good to see you.
definitely. Good to see you, Billy. Dave, call Brett. Supa, call Melissa and Chris. Call them out in the lane. Get some smack top happening there. See who's loudest.
Almost home.
Good deal.
Billy stays on the road. He's the only person that drives more than I do.
Oh, I don't go there. I got a 600-mile day tomorrow coming my way, I'm sure.
Yeah. I did a 14-hour drive over the
40,
weekend just to go get
40.
somebody batteries.
I got a 500 day tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be 6, but I got 500 I got to do tomorrow. It's a good thing they said I can actually do up to 32 hours now instead of my max of 29.
He probably is. He would love to pull that new trailer out.
Gonna do that if it can hold a little 12-foot Festiva on it as well. Here, Brett. Swing on up
He
to Sioux
could,
Falls and pick up my Smurf car.
he could put you in the bed of his truck.
I fit in the bed of most trucks. Hell, I've slept in the bed of my truck before. It's not that bad.
Billy's truck actually rides really well with the trailer behind it. I was quite impressed with it. All right. Does anybody have any questions about finals, memberships, anything tonight?
Bring extras of everything. Someone can use it. Might not be you, but it helps to be a nice guy or gal at the show, and you got a spare.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Greg, if you're going through your phone and it gives you problems and says you can't set it up through your Android phone, just click where it says YouTube and go through there. Because I had problems with my phone, and it's an Android.
Yep. Go through the YouTube side.
Good evening, sir.
There's Justin. There's one of my guys finally.
Oh, he's an iPhone. Okay, I don't know how to help. I ain't had one of those since an iPhone 4. I've been strictly Android ever since.
Yep.
Ooh, our website is back up.
Yes, it is. I was looking at it earlier.
Hey, Billy, are the new rules out for this year?
The PDF on the website right now is still for 2023.
Okay.
However, like we said, there aren't many changes. So a couple little wording things, a punctuation change here and there.
It's really not that much. Okay, he says they will have them out tomorrow. Yes, sir. We have guidelines.
Guidelines.
Well, I like the word guidelines better too.
Rule,
Because,
rules sound kind of formal.
yeah, and we're all about having some fun. I don't I don't want anybody having to build a car for a certain class. I want them to come out and just enjoy their day. Kind of de-stress.
It's kind of like watching a certain finals last weekend, depending on the class. I thought I was watching an assembly line with just different paint jobs coming by. There were like 4 cars, and that was it. There were 35 builds, but there was only 4 cars.
How long is it going to take? Depends on how long it takes you to get a photo to Billy.
How
Because
long
as
is
soon
it
as
going
he
to
gets
take?
the photos from the finalists, it's on. He can have these things done.
Chris, you're not that loud this year, so by 2025, you can have your award.
All right. I have a show down in Mobile for the firefighters to help raise money. Billy says he is going to their finals.
Mm-hmm.
This finals is maybe 30 minutes from my house. And I didn't know about it in time and booked a show. It's like, I always miss the good stuff. But that's okay. Yes, firm suggestions, Jesse.
We like suggestions.
You know, and something they don't realize, we like hearing what the competitors actually want. If y'all see something that we need to be doing, talk to us. That's how we're coming up with this. Billy listens to suggestions.
Maybe we can make it happen. Maybe
Yeah,
we can't. There's some things that we can't do, but
just don't come whining.
yeah, don't.
Yeah, talk to us like grown folks. We like that.
If you offer me money, yeah, I can change your score. You know,
You better not. I'll beat you.
$10 for a sticker. That sticker adds 1/10 of a dB every time.
I do tell them that. If Billy's gonna sit there and weed these decals, they're giving us some DBs. Ooh, yes, sir. There's levels to this. And it sounds like he's going straight to the top for finals.
He'll get there.
Good evening, Mr. Jimmy Pittman. Would you like to come on talk about where your finals will be? This is show number 200. We would love to have you.
That's like me there, Suppa. Although
we got most of your boys up in here anyway.
More stickers. Yeah, I could use some more stickers too. I bet if you sent Billy a link to this.
He said he's almost home.
Yeah, that's true.
He got to go home, get his hair ready.
going to be bright red on Saturday. I think we should all chip in and get Billy a new wig for Halloween. We could get
Get
actually.
one he likes.
I know exactly which one I'm going to get him too. I know exactly which one I'm going to get. Now I got to look as soon as. No, it's not going to be dyed blue, but I am going to write down what you're getting. It's not going to be blue.
Yeah. I'd love to see him floating some blue hair, though.
We could get him the rainbow clown wig with a little bit of glitter in it. That would be okay.
Glitter is the worst thing for a base vehicle. You'll never get it all out.
Hell, you can't get it out of anything.
Nah.
Get a banana. Hot pink would work, I think.
Okay, so I guess we're going to put up a poll after the show. What color Billy's wig needs to be next? I'm with Jimmy on this one. I think he needs to go straight red.
That could probably be arranged. And now I got to look at something here really quick because I thought I saw an old. Oh man, I got too many things going on in the brain right now. I thought I saw an old picture of Billy long ago, like 3 years ago, where he was wearing one of his wigs. And man, I'm going to have to go back and look. Long, long ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Uh-oh.
Before there was base. Oh, God.
You're killing me.
Mm.
That would be hilarious. All right. Let's see. Can you read off where all the finals locations are? Because I'm not even sure
Certainly.
where they all are at this point. We have Greg at the Armory in Tennessee.
Yep.
Richard is in California.
Yes, he is. Richards is going to be in Bakersfield, California.
Okay.
Let me start at the top. Friday night, technically the last show of the year is going to be Jordan at UAF. And this is kind of their regular Friday night thing that they always do. I believe it's the first Friday of every month. Billy, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yes, it's first Friday every month.
Yep. Otherwise, we got yours, the Dixieland Finals. That is going to be at Southern Tint and Tire. And let me see exactly where is that. That is in Jasper, Alabama. I had to double click on that one to get there because I could not remember the town name for whatever reason. Mine is going to be in T, South Dakota, which is about 3 miles south of Sioux Falls. We've got
a killer up in here, Mr. Paul.
Man, we got the Smoky Mountain Finals at the Armory. That is in Newport, Tennessee.
Which we would like to say thank you yet again to Sundown for helping sponsor the location for this one because it is our Demo Wars site. And from what I hear, Greg's going to pull out some fancy guest judges for this.
That's what I've heard as well. He said that, what was that, last week or the week before?
I can't
for all of the demo stuff that's there. 2 or 3 special people doing it.
Okay. We have a correction.
Nope.
UAF is not happening since finals is the next day.
Ah, okay. We should take that
So
off of there then.
UAF for this month will be canceled because finals will be the next day.
Okay.
And I do believe Jordan is going to be running a kickoff show with that. I think most of us are.
I was going to say, I think most of you guys and gals are. So I think I might be one of the only ones who actually is not.
I
And
have
it's not
Mr.
because I didn't
Davis
want to,
coming to
but
help. Awfully proud to have him.
let's see. Other locations that we got. Yep, we got Richard out in California. That is in Bakersfield, California. For all of our West Coast folks, looking at a very cool graphic for that looks like either he or maybe Billy put in some time for that, because it's got Base Wars about 4 or 5 different ways on there. I see Carlos and Jessica wearing their Kicker Base Wars shirts as well. Seeing a lot of Base Wars on that little flyer for Richard's location out there in Bakersfield. Looks really nice. I think the last one that we had on there for the shows anyway,
Let's
I think
see.
that was it. I think there were the 6 locations that we mentioned.
Tony's doing finals.
Oh yeah, Tony's got one. I'm
so
sorry.
is Brad. Where are they located?
No. Well, I can't tell you because all of a sudden I'm temporarily blocked. What the heck? I'm screwing myself
you
on
said when I
something.
got tired of you. Go ahead.
They didn't like me that much all of a sudden. It looks like I'm missing
Yeah, we
something.
know you having a show, Jimmy.
Yeah,
It
Jimmy's
wouldn't
having a
be
show.
finals without Jimmy and Sonia. Where is your show located?
I was gonna say, I know
Awesome.
Pop-Tart's doing something there in Ohio. Or
All
close
right,
to it anyway.
so Brad will be in Oklahoma and Tony will be in Ohio. Oh, Greg got a lot of help coming to help him. He's got 2 that are incredible on the microphone. That's going to be a good show.
Here we go. Jimmy's is in
There we go.
Lenexa, Kansas.
I never can remember the name of that town.
Well, I actually thought it was in Olathe, which is just a little bit south of there still, but it's in Lenexa. And let's see, what else do we got? The Heartland kicking off the next day that Jimmy and Sonia are doing. And then we got a couple more on the 14th and 15th next weekend as well. So we got all kinds of stuff happening. And me catching flies in my hand. Look at that. That little bastard. That's kind of gross.
That is awesome. Man, I wish my family would come help.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Caitlin and Nick were going to be there helping. So got some good help there. I know at my show. Don't know if anyone else's mom is going to be helping out, but my mom at 86 or 87 years old is going to be helping out. So she still likes the bass a little bit. She doesn't like it loud, but I got some earplugs for her. Plus she'll be
okay. Good question. And now that Billy is in the chat, let's ask. Hey, Billy, old school? Are we going non-extreme next year, or is it staying the same?
Still gotta be sealed for old school. It is on the sheet. Must be sealed. Sensor on the glass and an OEM version of the same 3 songs. But if Billy changes his mind, that would be okay too. Because I got 3 other songs that I would like to change.
I'm waiting on an answer on this because I do not know the answer to it. I do not have a clue whether it's changing or not.
There you go.
Okay. The boss man has spoken.
Old School is still listed under the fun classes, along with Port Wars and Iron Horse and the Baby Boomers. And then there's one more in there that we won't discuss yet.
Uh-oh. One more class for Brett to come dominate. I can't find anything that Brett's truck doesn't do really well. I have thrown every class I know that is super hard at him, and he always comes out victorious. Things got more bandwidth than I would have ever expected, especially for something that does great on the meter. Yep, tries to be diverse. You excel at all of it.
Let's see. Warlock, number 1. Kind of looking for the name on here for it for some of the other classes. I don't see him on any. Oh, there he is at number 10 in Hot Seat. And not by much, number 10. Got 8 different listings of Ghost on the website because we can't spell.
And the funny thing is I have one judge run that class. That's hilarious.
Man, some of these top 10 scores are just massive.
Man, I can't wait for Jimmy to pull his back out. I love watching videos of him demoing.
Almost every single class, the top 3, 4, 5 competitors, with like 3 exceptions, are within like a dB of each other. And in some cases, even closer than that. A couple tenths.
Definitely. Which is really, really good proof that Billy did his homework when it come to our classes.
Even Port Wars. The difference between first and second in Port Wars is 1.11.
Oof.
The difference between first and second in Ninja is 0.06. And the top 4 people, top 6 people, 7, actually, the top 10 people that are listed in Ninja are all within, they're all under 3 dB away from each other.
That is incredible.
The top 10.
Considering this is nationwide and our classes are that tight. These guys have did incredible this year.
4 dB in Typhoon, 4.5 in Unleash No Wall. These scores are just incredible here, folks. And by all means, take a look at them. These are the public, scores that are out there on the basewars.org website. If you hit that top 10 button right on the top, you're going to look at the exact same scores I'm looking at. And with very few exceptions, the top 10 scores in every class. I know a couple of the cars are really built up a lot more than what your average competitor is, but they're not that much louder.
No, not at all.
Again, Cyclone, another one in your 30s range from 162.5 to 160.5. 2 dB separating the top 10 competitors. Chaos, the same thing, just over 3 dB separating them. 3.5 in Boss. Bandit, there's 5.5 dB between them. Beast, there's a little bit over 3 dB. These scores are just impressive, folks. I anticipate a lot of not necessarily hurt feelings or anything on Saturday, but I'm anticipating a lot of, man, if I just would have written it down, if I just would have tested a little more, you may have gotten that extra 2 or 3 tenths that you need. It's going to come down to someone moving their visor or their passenger seat or venting a window or something.
Yeah. But this year, what has surprised me the most is how loud these trunk cars are.
You get the right trunk car, and there's 2 or 3 of them that pop to mind that, yeah, they get very loud.
All of these trunk car classes, that is insanity.
Your what, Jimmy? What's going to be new, though? Brand new vehicle or
everything except them doors. And Chris Mills has done said a mouthful right there. All that matters what we do Saturday.
Very true.
Oh. Good Lord.
Yeah, and a couple of these scores are just damn.
I cannot wait to see what Jimmy comes up with. I message him every now and then, just trying to get him to hurry along because I'm ready. Come on, man. Skip a day of work and go weld.
Jimmy, what are you going to build for next year? What kind of vehicle? Trunk, wall, or no wall?
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're sandbagging on Saturday,
and if you need a windshield, we'll find you one, because I'm going to be disappointed if I don't have a couple go Saturday.
I got 3 salvage yards. I got 4 salvage yards within 10 miles. We're not going to play the game from a couple years ago at finals where someone didn't have a gas cap and they had to go find one. But I got 4 salvage yards within 10 miles of my site. Maybe 12 miles.
I'll be disappointed if something don't leave on a record from one of my shows. Come on, y'all. It's finals. Go hard as you can.
I'd be disappointed if an ambulance isn't called.
Will definitely help.
So a wall. What kind of vehicle, though, Jimmy?
He's still going to build his Tahoe.
No. Build something new, man. Come on. Tahoes are overdone.
Wow, we love that Tahoe.
Yeah, but Tahoes are overdone. Everyone has a Tahoe.
The first time I ever walked up to
I don't have a Tahoe, but
he was standing on his hood, taping his windshield down at Slamology, and I didn't get to talk to him.
Was he on a stepladder?
No, he was standing straight on the hood. I was like, oh my God, he's Jimmy. Like, geeked out. All right. He never even knew I was there. He was just a busy gorilla taping it. So that's the first photo I ever got of Jimmy.
Gorilla tape is our friend.
Yes, it is.
Supa, what's the loudest C-pillar, huh? Well, it just so happens that I actually have the bottom half of the list up right now. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was a Wizard and Warlock.
Nobody really cares about Wizard. Come on, go straight to Warlock.
Well, okay, well, that's Brett.
That's the class that's got all the competition in it.
Yeah, they're within 6 dB for the top 10.
All right, where's the
They're
top?
within 4.5 in Wizard, though. And actually, I could do a C in my Honda, even though it's a hatch. It's technically behind the C pillar. I could
That
build
doesn't
something in there to
count.
hit that pretty well.
All right. What's the loudest score?
Overall, that's Carlos. 186.29.
No, I'm talking about in the C pillar class.
Oh, well, come on. That's no fun then. That would still be Brett. Brett's in a 162.38. Greg Kelly, however, a very close second place, 162.15.
Ooh. Ooh. Good Lord. This is going to be competition.
Yep.
A 62 with a C pillar. Damn, that's just impressive. Most people
Matt,
can't figure out what to do with the space. He just turns it into sound waves.
Let me look at it on Saturday, Matt, and I'll tell you.
Uh-oh.
Matt, besides, you're already first in one of these lists on here anyway. I know that you were.
Two of the most humble people sitting here. Hey, you gonna win it. You gonna win it.
All about the sportsmanship until it comes down to it. And you're pushing on their vehicle and they didn't push on yours.
Definitely. Go out and help everybody at finals.
Yeah.
Just hang out in the lanes and help.
Get to your site early.
Just hang out in the lanes and help.
Get to your site early. And then make sure that Jimmy shuts down his mic so we can't hear the echo.
Good evening, sir. Good to see you.
There we go.
What is up, everybody? I was sitting back. I was like, no, damn it. And I was like, I passed it up. I was like, okay, I'll get on. Here we go.
Welcome to the 200th show. It's good to have you here.
Right.
What, you did like 175 of those?
I don't know about that much. I mean, you guys have did quite a few here, at least the last year, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
So it's amazing. We appreciate you, everything everybody does for Base Wars.
Ooh, a 1-screen sniper, Courtney. I don't know if that could be done, but
I don't know.
There's some possibility in that class still. I don't think we've seen the loudest in sniper at all yet.
I'm telling you, when it comes to C-pillar class, if I can ever get Super Dave to get his foot out his ass, y'all better watch out. I mean, I give Brett mad love and respect. He's my friend, homie, teammate. I love him to death, but watch out for Super Dave. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Watch out for Super Dave. He's coming. He's coming. He's got a very, very nasty C-pillar wall coming at you.
I can't wait because, man, Brett loves some competition.
Oh, I know. I know Brett. That's what I'm saying. Brett's always got a little bit left in the reserves, too, and we all know how that is. But still. Tell him to come. See, that's what I love, Brett. Look at him. Tell him to come. Bring his ass on. He ain't scared. So how are you guys? Sorry, I don't mean to be rude and come in here and take over your show. I just wanted to come
No,
in.
don't worry about it, man. We're
Oh
doing pretty
no, we
good.
invited you because we want you. You're Base Wars.
Yeah. Billy's Base Wars. I'm just here to have a good time.
Eh, we're all Base Wars.
Absolutely, for sure. So, you ready for finals, Melissa? How are you? You not ready?
Nowhere near it, man. I'm doing some specialty stuff for these guys, and I done went through 3 gallons of coffee. And no, I ain't ready.
Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh at that one.
All right, side bets on the side. Gentlemen's bets of $1 per DB over 160 that Brett does.
Uh-oh.
They'll both do a 160, no problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But by how much?
I don't know.
I would say 63, 64 is possible.
Well, Brett's already doing a 63, so that's easy enough.
But
That's fair.
but
Yeah,
now
I'm
he's
curious
complaining.
because both of them have rebuilt. I want to see what's coming because I know one of them's sandbagging.
Well,
and
they
I'm
all
not
are
sure which
sandbagging.
one.
I'm telling you, they all are sandbagging. That's the big problem. Is what y'all don't realize is, I know Brett because I talk to Brett a lot. He's a teammate, and I talk to Super Dave because he's my homie. But I have to shut up and stay negative the whole time because I never tell anybody. But I'm just
See, that's the nice thing. I've only got like 8 people coming to mind. So there's going to be a lot of, all right, you guys are done for a while. Okay, good. Thanks. Boom. We're watching the live feed and seeing what happens because hey, that's what you got to do sometimes.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Who's
not
calling
all,
out Super Dave?
it's not all beanbag toss
We're
on
gonna
the
get
other
the
side.
competition for him.
What's up, Greg? How are you, sir? Jimmy talking shit. I'm not talking shit.
Yes.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be a very good match between you two. I really honestly do.
Well, here's the thing. It's right before finals. We can all talk shit right now. Next week, we're going to have to shut the hell up.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
we're only gonna see Super Chris or Brett in the chat next week because one of them 3 or maybe 2 of them 3, someone's gonna get beat, and that person ain't gonna be showing up on the live for about a month.
I bet you they do. It
They
doesn't matter.
they show up after Halloween or something.
I don't
man.
care. I don't care who it is. Somebody's going to be there.
Oh, that's funny. Greg's already holler and rebuild. He ain't even got them subs tightened down yet.
Mine's definitely
It's the rebuild before the rebuild.
got some fun coming. We'll see.
After finals, we all need to just go to Jimmy's house and help Jimmy get his build done.
No,
No,
I got this. Jimmy just needs to have a couple months of not having shows. I have a show every damn weekend. That's what you guys don't realize.
that's coming up, man. You've seen the weather for up here this weekend, Jimmy. We went from 90 degrees yesterday. We're gonna be at 50 degrees on Saturday.
Oh, that'll be a blessing.
God, it's going to be nice. I'm going to be able to sit there, and it's like
I'll be able to open up all 4 doors on the Tahoe and just get out there and start welding the cage together.
no sunscreen, maybe a hat if it's windy, but man, it'll be just beautiful up here. It's going to be big time bonus DBs.
Right, I did fall into the Billy T. Sloan
It's like,
That's funny.
because Billy's had his shit for like the last 12 years talking about he's going to rebuild it.
It's been sitting in the shop for how long?
12 years at least. Shit.
20.
Seems like it's 12. I'm going to say a good 12. It's probably been maybe a little longer, but I'll say 12.
And I've been down to that shop and I'm yet to see his truck.
Well, I've seen pictures of it. I think it's at his house now, actually.
It's hidden underneath tarps.
I'm gonna have to go search it out.
He bought a really badass trailer, though. I'll tell you that right now. If you guys haven't seen
yeah.
the trailer he bought, that bitch is badass. It was like
Yes, it is.
room. Nice lower bag here. Okay.
That trailer is perfect. I ain't even gonna lie, especially now that he's got all of the Base Wars stickers on it.
Took
That
it
thing
down
looks great.
for you. Whatever, Billy. That truck has been down way longer. I've been with you for 4 years. You didn't have that truck when I was around, buddy. So
4 leap years ago, maybe.
his 4 years are like 14 years.
Exactly.
All right, now we can't be picking on the boss man like that.
Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I
Yes, you
can.
can.
Get his ass
Shoot,
in here
I
too.
called him at 8 a.m. in the morning. Hey, go ahead, let's get this started.
All right, hang on. I'm sending Billy an invite right now. We're going to get his ass in here too. Come on, Billy. Your
Please
turn.
do.
Jump on in, Billy. Let's go.
Let's see. There you go, sir.
Billy posting that bogus 160. Oh, that was a port score.
Yes.
Only
Absolutely.
I'll get
That's gonna
get a
help us
160.
all.
I want to get a 160, hopefully. I'll get it. I know I will.
I would love a 160 not being a port score, but I'll take my Rockville port score for that for right now that Jimmy saw.
As far as memberships for 2024, yes, they are available.
Get them. They are on the website right now, folks. In fact, it's the top link on the website right now on the store link. First one shows 2024 memberships.
God, that's amazing.
They're cheap. Get them.
Man, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Get your
for this week,
team number,
dude.
get your team code, and get your membership number. That's the only way we're gonna be able to help y'all this year.
You know, I'm pretty sure by the thing, Chris Mills and the TBO guys up here won that one. And my team, Team Flatlands, with all my boys, were in second place. So watch out for that team shit next year.
We own it. We coming for y'all.
I'm telling you, we took second place, and that's only because half of us didn't run this year. Wait till next year.
This is gonna be so fun.
Speaking of not running this year,
I ran my car about 3 or 4 times this year in stealth class. I put up a 147, I believe, with 110 on a 2K amplifier. No big 3, no nothing.
I was looking for my name. I didn't see my name anywhere, so you
didn't run this year at all.
No, I did not.
Yeah, I looked him up and was like, "Whoa."
My
He's
car,
telling me about this car, and he ain't even ran this year.
my car ran from my shop, or to my shop from my storage locker, which is about 1.5 miles away, and that was the only run that my car literally did all year. That was it. I didn't even turn on the stereo to get there.
Boom Team's judgment. Get ready. Okay.
We ready?
You ran in the old season. Yeah, you're right, Chris. I did. That was with a broke windshield and only 6 subwoofers.
Only 6.
And now, see, that's why I like demo videos with you, because you're not scared to bust a windshield. That's what makes it look great.
Windshield, subwoofer, everything. I don't give a fuck. I send that shit. Hey, trust me, I earned that nickname for a reason. Send it. You know, I earned that shit for a reason. I ain't scared.
Good evening, Mr. Nowall.
What's up, Matthew?
He sent me a photo earlier of his box sitting on the ground. And I'm like, wait a minute. It was in the car last weekend.
Everybody's in the final scrunch trying to have to chase that last 10th, maybe 2 or 3 tenths, you know? It matters.
Yeah, but they stressing me out. Oh
Those
my
2 or 3
God, I
tenths
can't
are the
handle much
difference
more of this.
between trophy and no trophy. Every weekend, somewhere. Maybe not
100%.
my show, maybe not your show, but someone else's show. Those 2 or 3 tenths, they matter.
It does. It
Mind them.
matters a whole bunch. There's
That's
been a
what I'm
couple
saying.
shows that I've had that actually there's been like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 guys, I would say, probably that had just went back to back like probably 7 or 8 times. And to me, that's fun watching a guy come up, put a score up, and then another guy come up, then another guy come up, and then everybody rerun again. And then they just keep doing that.
That could be because he only lives a couple, 200-300 miles from me. Both of us are southern as can be.
And I tell you what.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
hope
3
you
or 4
find
is a
them
lot.
before you cross that state line.
3 or 4 is a lot without a lot of testing.
I mean, it can happen, but
But that's also part of the get there early, make friends early. Say, hey, when it comes time, can you push on the left quarter panel? Can you push on the passenger door? Can you
don't touch my vehicle at all.
don't touch it?
Yes,
Get the hell
I've
away
got
from it.
some you don't even stand near.
I had like 2 vehicles that I have ran recently, and neither one of them like to be touched. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what
did,
we'll see.
show a couple of years ago, I told the guy who was running it I was going to touch his trunk and show him how much power was on it. And I touched the trunk on a very well-known trunk vehicle out there right now, and literally barely touched it. Power went up 350 watts just for
Mhm.
the extra pressure wave that was created in holding it down. If you don't know the vehicle and you're not testing it, you should be.
When
Yeah.
he gets serious about it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hate to see what
I mean-
happens when he gets serious. Oof.
You're absolutely right. I mean, when it comes right down to that last little 3 or 4 or 5 tenths that you have hidden in there, it takes that super testing, you know.
Yeah.
Touch here, don't touch here, touch here, don't touch here, test. And then test a whole bunch more afterwards.
That's what Carlos is looking for right now if he wants to beat RP. He's only 4 tenths higher than him. If Carlos finds that, man, hey, 187 is next if they both haven't already hit it in their own testing. So
Did you see his post for today that he was about to go spend his life savings on tape?
I did see that.
Hmm.
TV
And
tape's expensive.
tape is expensive. Well, it's not so much that the tape is expensive, it's getting the tape and making sure that you have enough of it. That's the
Oh, yeah.
expensive part.
Definitely. That's what we're all about right here. Having too much fun.
What's up, Brandon? How are you, sir?
Good evening, Brandon.
There, Brandon.
He's got a show this weekend too, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Now Brandon's not
Golf
doing
show.
he's doing a regular show. He's not having finals at his location, but a regular show to get more people involved because, hey, we haven't been there that much. So Brandon is doing it right.
Dan Current in the house. We're Dan Current.
Thought he had done a band on Base Wars. He don't love us no more like he used to. He
No,
used to
Dan's
be
been
in here
working.
every second.
Dan's just been working. That's my boy, trust me. We just had this conversation last night about how I love him and he don't love me no more. But still. It's all good.
That's okay. We all understand. Y'all two both changed jobs.
That sucks a lot. But yes, you're absolutely right.
Good evening, sir.
Wow.
It ain't Monday night. They don't even know you anymore.
Damn. I think I just get off your show then. Damn.
Wow. Feel the love there, Melissa. Look at that.
I mean, damn, they just kicking me. They just like kicking me to the curb and shit.
Oh, that you know, Dan, if we invited you on here, it'd be like us jumping the shark, and we don't want that. Sorry.
We reserve the space for lane runners. Get your butt in the lane. I'll call you on the show.
Hey, I don't know about that. Dan is to demo
Demo
dominator for like the last 2 years. So
I
that's
would
much
love
better
to hear.
lanes.
Dan Current drives through the lane when he waves to Jimmy on the way by, and then parks 100 feet away and starts demoing. I said that earlier, which is accurate and true.
I want to see him in the lanes for real because that's an incredible system.
That's the drive-through lane, Dan.
God.
Can I get a Big Mac supersize with that, please? Toting my McDonald's. Shittiest restaurant ever, but I still go there.
Yeah, that's all you got. That's all you got.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we got to get Duncan in the lanes for sure. And Drew.
He
I need to
ran
get-
for me at the last time I was at the beach.
Yeah,
I was
I gotta get Duncan, Drew, and all of us. All of Team Notorious need to get their ass in the lanes. I'm telling you, all of us. There's
I think we
quite a
all
few.
go through phases where we back out of the
Oh,
lanes.
Brett, don't even try it, Brett, because you're part of Team Notorious as well. Yeah, you part of Team Notorious as well too, Brett. So you need to get your ass up there. All of us need to run it. I will be, hopefully, if everything plays out right. I plan to be there.
Awesome.
We're still in Alyssa's gang. Hold on now. What gang am I still in?
Yeah.
That's fine.
You know, Dan,
Nice.
he can have mine because according to every other judge, my crowd ain't loud. Down here in the South, we ain't loud. I'll
I've
see
never
y'all
said that. Damn, it almost hurt to bite my tongue so much there when I was saying something else almost.
Yeah, you know, I'll just say I got a couple loud people up here. I ain't gonna lie, just a couple, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, but there's a couple people. I mean, we definitely know Carlos or no Greg or none of them, but you know, we got some loud people up here.
Jimmy,
well, here's the thing. They don't realize we don't have time to be loud. I got too many shows to even work on my own stuff anymore.
you know, if Kansas City had anyone with a score higher than the amount of losses that the Royals had this year, is that too soon, Jimmy, or not?
I'm not from Kansas City. I'm in Kansas.
Ooh,
I know.
I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun.
Oh,
Shut up, Dan. He knows how to take right there.
average the scores from a show. I'd take that. I'd take that bet.
Yeah, them Power Wheels got us all beat.
That is funny as hell. I do like seeing it though. That's pretty amazing to see the kids come up and run.
Oh man, I love it when the kids jump in the lanes.
There's nothing better than that, because at the shows you're used to seeing 3 or 4 people watch everyone kind of walk through and run through the lanes. But as soon as a kid comes through on their Power Wheels, everybody drops their tools and you got 20 people cheering for a kid all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is
Every stop
cool
for
to
sure.
do.
I loved it when we were at Slamology and everybody just dropped everything for Bella to run.
Yep.
That was amazing.
That's the way it should be. It's our future.
Absolutely. Because if we don't pay attention to these kids, we ain't gonna have anybody to run the lanes in 10 years.
You are damn right about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to get out of here. I think I'm going to return the studio to you guys, and I'll holler at you, ladies and gentlemen, later.
Jimmy, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you. You're welcome anytime.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with finals this weekend, sir.
Well,
No
you
more
guys,
cover.
you guys have a great show as well too. If you need anything, call us, and I'm sure we'll figure it out one way or another.
Oh yeah, we got
I
this.
need 5 more DB for the Smurf, so I'll be looking for that.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
It will happen, man.
All right. Have a great time.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Yeah, Jimmy. Well, with that,
Yeah, I think we need to go and let me get back to work.
you got projects to work on. I got to make
Does
a
this
couple
mean that
calls.
I get some love now finally? Oh, I'd be glad to have you down here.
He's got to drive through like 4 other judges' areas to get to you.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
And it's only
matter.
like
He does it
250
every
miles.
year. He comes down at least once.
That would be a trophy back there, Jimmy or Billy. That's right there.
Yeah.
That one right there. Got to
Not
tickle
last
that.
year, but the year before, right?
That was 2 years ago.
Yep.
Or 3. I don't remember. It sat for a while. I think I got it in September.
That's because none of us want to come up where it's cold.
It was so bad that the batteries didn't even work with the little light that was in the bottom of it originally. That's how cold it was. That's how long it sat. But it's still the coolest trophy I got.
Oh, they are definitely the coolest.
And I've had others that were bigger or lit up or did other things or looked really nice, but this one's the best one. Even though
That's
it's
one
our
of my
second place.
favorite things about Base Wars is he tries to do something custom for our guys every year.
Yep.
I love that. You know, just everybody can go out and buy an Amazon trophy. You can't do what he's doing because he comes up with something wild every year that we all love.
What else do we got here, man?
Hey, Dominic, are you coming up to the show this weekend? Because I need somebody texting Billy some scores.
Greg or Stacy, I do the same thing. I got a pair of matched plates. I just throw them on my car and I drive down the interstate with them on. Nobody pulls me over.
The answer to your question, Brandon, that you PM'd me is yes. Every class at finals will be $45.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that is $45 for each run. You will get your reruns, but that's per class.
Yep. 45 per class. It's not a 30 and 20 for each additional. Base Wars
Kickoff
finals.
goes back to 30 and 20.
Yep. Finals is a different beast. It is 45 per class. Chris, if you want to pay me 50, you can come on up here to the Sioux Falls area. I will take your 50 from you.
I'm sure
I will
Billy
not
would like a
give you
tip too.
change. If Jimmy's charging you 50, that's because 5 of that goes directly into Sonia's pocket.
Yes.
And I was going to say, and I know that we're still a lot cheaper than every other org out there. So, yeah.
We are way cheaper and have way more locations that are closer. We are trying to save the guys money. Billy thought that through.
It's the second best idea Billy's had. The first
What,
one is wearing
Jimmy
that
was the first good idea?
the black wig.
Teasing.
It gets rid of the glare as opposed to the gray that I got going on here. All of a sudden, it's really bad. Tells me that I need a haircut if I can see the gray this bad in the camera.
I would love to see you hit a 150. That's going to be the day I dance. Oh, God.
No comment. No comment.
Yes, buy this. Somebody please buy this for him. We got to see it at least once. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's common.
Fights always break out at that one because all the cars look the same. They do, unfortunately.
Well, when you got to build them the same, it happens. Yeah, I'm glad we won't have to be dealing with any fights or anything at our finals. Everybody's so relaxed. It's just a different vibe. Nobody's stressed out. I
Very true.
appreciate that.
Very true. And if I do get a fight at mine, well, I got a couple of painters right next door. I'll just send them into a paint booth and let them get high for a while. We'll calm them down.
Definitely. I know they appreciate that.
Yep. And we are different, David. You got to give us that. We do things a lot differently than almost every other org out there, aside from the way that we run things in the lane. It's easier to get into base wars than it is every other org out there, and we can cater to anyone.
Well,
You got a single 8 or a single 10 in a prefab, we got classes. You got 10 12s or 12 10s, we got classes for that too.
it's the judges that made me start running with base force.
Yep.
Because walked up, they explained the rules to me right there on the spot. Go ahead, run. Do what you want to do. Okay. This seems so much simpler than sitting down for 3 damn days reading a rule book.
That is exactly what I thought when I went to the first show in Independence, Missouri that Jimmy and Sonia were running. Billy happened to be there. They had both tents set up, so we had like 40 feet of base wars in your face. And I'm like, all right. I looked at the score sheet and I'm like, okay. And then I looked at this side and then I looked back at the other side of it and I'm like, okay. Hey, Sonia. And she's like, oh, Dano, you're running this small category called stealth. Okay.
Yep.
And boom, that was the start of it.
I think Billy was my first judge.
13 shows later, and hey, not a second place, except for that one right there, which is unfortunate because I beat the girl the next day. I just raised my frequency a little bit. Kicked her butt by about half a dB.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go.
That's what you need. Get you some
Now,
power going and you got your 50.
what's required for stealth? Well, that category has changed several times over the last 3 years, but right now it is a trunk build for stealth today. and Saturday. But Stealth right now is a trunk category, 250 inches and smaller, and 3,000 watts and less. It's the small class. It's a fun class because it will do 210s or 212s, and your whoever makes a 2,500 watt amp. I use the 3K. Stealth is always fun. Any of the small classes are always fun because if you've got the right car, truck, van, trunk, boat, I don't care what kind of vehicle it is, any small class, and you can put up some big numbers and blow away some of the other people, you get a little bit more respect for me because I'm always more impressed with smaller builds that put up bigger numbers.
I ran hot seat in this car with him. Oh my Lord help. I was not expecting it to be as loud as it was. And he just sat there and nailed it on me. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh
I
yeah.
should have looked before I got in. I got to get out of the habit of just getting in people's vehicles when they say, come here. I need to start looking because
That's when I use my old age as an excuse and I look at them, huh? What? Huh? Okay. No, I got my computer stuff here, man. Sorry, I can't help you now.
it was a great build. And he also, at the end of the show, gave me his first place tag plate because it had his build on it.
Nice.
And told me to put it up on my trophy wall. So it is up there with his name on it.
Did he charge you for a signature?
And no, but
Because I would have signed it.
he beat the crap out of me during a demo.
I would have signed it and charged you for it. You know,
I wished I had got him.
I gotta get behind JP on something. He does know how to market himself that way.
But it's got a pure audio build on it, and man, that was impressive. Oh, look, Brett ain't made a tag plate yet.
Oh, there we go.
How has that happened? Oh, we got to get Brett on a tag plate. Somebody go get pictures of him. Sideways 4K, please.
There's a good question. Billy, do we have anyone up in? Oh, wait,
Okay,
that's MS. I'm sorry. I was reading that as Massachusetts for some reason, not Mississippi. Sorry.
Mississippi actually has 3 judges that can come and help because that is where Base Force started.
Yep.
So check your local events on www.baseforce.org. Click your events and see what you got coming close to you. I know I'm coming to Quitman, Mississippi in April. Don't know about before then.
We got enough people down south that we can get you a show.
Wow, that's
can't
impressive.
Find a show on there. Ask for one on our Facebook page. One of our judges will reach out to you, and we should be able to get something for you. And we don't have judges everywhere yet, but we got a lot of judges down south.
Well, in Mississippi, you got Billy, you've got Jake Luke, and I come into this side of Mississippi some, over toward Meridian. As far as Georgia, October the 28th, Exclusive Car Club is having a spooky light show. I'll be there for that. Oh, we can get you up on that level. All you got to do is send some photos in. If y'all want your build on a tag plate, turn your phone sideways, 4K professional mode, and we can make it happen.
we can get some stuff there for you.
Ooh, gonna handle one of Mr. John Kent's shows. Oh, look at that. Mr. Greg Kelly's turning 50. That's impressive, sir.
Nice. Everybody's turning 50 this year.
I got a couple more years
Well,
now.
not you. You know, cool things are turning 50 this year. There's me. There was Kicker. There was Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. There was, well, you know, Greg.
Now, see,
Almost 50 is like, you know, that you almost hit that 150, but, you know, 149.94 ain't close enough.
now, see, I don't see, age having anything to do with this. I see this as being grateful that God woke us up one more day.
True. And especially on Saturdays or Sundays when we have a show.
Oh, definitely. Those are my favorite days of the week.
Depends on the vehicle, Josh. That's, oh
He has
man,
the Tahoe.
that's a big loaded question, but a good number, 45, 50 for starters, depending on frequency and what you've done in the vehicle, etc. Otherwise, you know, mid 50s, low 60s, low 70s, 80s. '80s would be nice. We've had a couple. Mr. C Pillar. Uh-oh.
Oh, Mr. Will Savard is in the group chat.
There we go.
Have you heard any of the haikus yet? Oh man, those things sound amazing. And he's got Eric Goodman testing them. And oh my God, that truck sounds good.
I was listening to HQ, the high Qs, probably the first iteration of them years ago when they originally came out. And
well, everybody's like, oh, that's a new audio company. I'm like, nope.
No.
They as old school as we going.
How many to be expected at the finals from Dustin? From
Awesome.
From my finals, Dustin, I'm going to guess maybe 8 to 10.
I don't even know how many I have coming yet.
I don't know. No one's responded, and yet I have it on my little discussion thing to please respond and be there at 10 a.m. so I can tell you what exactly we're doing. Because my finals is technically going to be done by about 1 o'clock, and then we're going to play cornhole for like 2 hours, and then we're going to come through and put up the real numbers.
Oh, we ain't playing no games at my finals.
Well, if I've only got 8 or 10 people there at mine, it's going to have a lot of.
Oh no!
We're going to have a lot of downtime.
I would be out there spanking my boys.
We're going to be sitting out there. Do we push here or here or here?
Get yourself back in the lane.
There's going to be all kinds of that happening. I was going to say I would be extremely happy if everybody had about 20 people at theirs, because that would give us about 130 to 160 people. Like Billy just said there, that would be awesome.
But we have so many new judges this year that we've got different locations. It's going to be a great finals.
Yeah, Richard is going to be
expecting 60. Wow.
He's going to need 3 different term lab setups.
That is so impressive. Oh, love you too.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people at Carlos's finals out there in Bakersfield. Now, the weird thing is, while we're all just getting started at 11, Richard's going to have to be at the same time, which is 9 a.m. in California.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that don't know how the U.S. works, we start out at noon on the East Coast, 11 o'clock Central. And that means that Richard has to be set up ready to go at 9 a.m. in California. Now, the nice thing is he's going to be done when it's still light out. He's going to be done at 3 o'clock. But
Oh, he's starting at 7 a.m.
oh, well, I'm not starting that early. I'm going to be waking up at about that time in the shop. Probably from testing from the night before, but yeah. So all of them will be broadcast live to Billy. Billy's going to mix and match and do his video production and broadcast that, just like we are now, out onto the Base Wars Facebook page. So Melissa's got a big setup. She's got her TVs and her laptop or PC, and then her scoring system set up, and that all gets broadcast to Billy. And I got the same thing, and that all gets broadcast to Billy. And then Jimmy does it, and then all 5 or 6 of our other people do it.
Billy's got telling you hello.
Man, yeah, Billy's got to be on the ball on Saturday. He's gonna have
Billy's gonna be sitting there all day long.
Billy's gonna be going like this with Mountain Dew, trying to find a fresh vein. He's gonna need it on Saturday.
Oh, thank you. That was my test run to make sure I knew how to do this. But just so y'all know, Billy still got to go over this with me in the morning. Because I'm usually the one that's on top of everything. I ain't got my new score sheets printed out. I haven't got set up for this. I have been so focused on what I want to give to my boys for showing up that I have forgotten to get my ducks in a row. And as Dom can tell you, I'm not the most computer literate person. If it makes me mad, I'm going to chunk it. I will throw my computer across the parking lot. And that about happened last year at finals. If it hadn't have been for him, I would have not made it through.
That happened with my sub box on
year.
It got thrown. It shattered. I had double walled a sub box on Saturday and Sunday, and I just kind of didn't like it. Chucked it. Ended up in about 13 different pieces.
Well, I went and bought the laptop that Billy suggested I use for this. I can't afford to chunk this one. I'm going to have to pick my cheap one up and throw it. Because I carry 2 backups. I carry my regular gaming laptop and a regular one, just in case. Because there have been times that one won't work, but the other one will, because one got an update and the other one didn't.
I have done similar things in the past where at one show last year, I had to borrow a friend's laptop. And the longest part about that was simply putting the classes in, because it did take me about 6 or 7 minutes.
I had to do that last year at finals.
I did not like it, but I did it. If it comes down to it, I can get another one in about 10 minutes, and it's already reloaded as well. So I'm not going to worry.
I did let you help. Yes, I am a control freak, but yes, I did let you help. I let you get, in the tent. That's closer than most people. I needed his help bad last year.
Well, it's a good thing Dominic was there. That's why you got to
Oh, yeah.
have. That's why you show up early and you make friends with the judges and other competitors, so that when they need you, you can push right here or right here or right here, or not push at all, but you can hand them one of 30 different USB sticks that you have sitting
Mhm.
there, specifically with Base Wars information on it, or the Pop-Tart CD.
Yep. Oh, you finally got yours.
I did, and it's completely sealed. Like sealed from the factory, sealed. I don't know if he sent me a blank or if he sent me actually
Mine was
anything.
sealed too. It's already got music on it.
All the classes are rated power. If your amp, Aaron, says that it's a 3K amp, you got a 3K amp. I don't care if you put out 1,500 or 5,600 out of it. You got a 3K amp.
The only clamp classes we have are the pro classes. You do not have to run those if you don't want to, but you can clamp any class,
Mhm.
but we're only going by what is wrote on that amp.
Yep.
Billy is trying to teach us to buy better amps. Watch them dyno videos. They help
Which is
out a
why I
lot.
use what I use, aside from the fact that the guy's 100 miles north of me and I'd trust him with my life if I had to.
And I wish I had somebody like that near me. Oh,
No,
okay. Like
no,
his response. Such a squire in the dirt.
no.
Yes, sir.
I get rated at 12 volts. I don't need to wire to the dirt. Actually, I
I'm
get
not
rated
gonna
at
tell
about
you what
I
to
get rated
wire
at about
your amp at,
1.9.
but all right.
What do I run? Well, I run the mile in about 17 minutes. 18 if I stop off for donuts. What do I run? I run a Pioneer radio. I run some JBL 4-inch speakers that point at my knees. I have a Frankenstein sub that's a Sundown motor structure and basket with custom soft parts. And I run a nice 3K amplifier. That unfortunately right now, if you look at the ratings, actually say it's a 3.5K.
All right. What brand amp?
It's a nice, powerful 3K.
Oh, come on. You told it the other night.
I only run Synergy amplifiers. I have a collection of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris, your 3K per door, yeah, that's about what I'll be running next year.
It's amazing to me how much people are putting on their door speakers nowadays. Oof.
I would not run an Orion amp if they paid me.
I've got some guys that run them and they
I
run
like
them
the old ones.
successfully.
And no offense to Team Orion, but I've seen better dynos on other amps. And right now, for my money, Synergy is the one that I'm running, and I'm not going to change that until Kirk comes out with something a lot better, or he changes the name, or he dies. Which changing the name would be preferable.
I don't know where Jamie's going to finals. I imagine he's going to run for Jimmy, though.
I would think he would run down south to Jimmy as well, since I haven't heard from him. Although Omaha technically If I put Sioux Falls, Kansas City, and Omaha in my Google MapQuest, it's like 180 miles to Omaha. It's like 189 miles to Kansas City.
That's one I want videos of this weekend.
No more Hulk hands. Those are only for holding up the hood. And no, dyno numbers aren't everything. That's true as well, Brett. That's on a resistive
Exactly.
load into a computer, essentially. It's not real world.
Perfect conditions will never happen in a car.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. That will never happen in a car. You always got obstacles.
That is always true. Which brings up a good point. Someday we need to get one of those guys on here. Not dyno guys, but one of the alternator guys on here and talk about why a big three may or may not help and what an alternator actually does for you.
I would love to get an alternator guy on here.
Opposed to what they
I
think.
got one I know I can call.
Yeah. Well, Smart AK is decent.
Yep.
Gets hot, but it's a small, compact footprint.
All right. We got anything else we need to talk about tonight? He fake an alternator guy.
I won't even go there, Dominic, but if you say that around Halloween, if you could fake an alternative guy, I'd have to wonder about that a little bit, but Salt 8Ks are nice amps.
Yes, they are.
Too bad they only do about 14.
All right, Dan, I really got to go get to work.
Yeah, you got.
If we were going to be on 30 minutes, we done been on 2 hours. So 2 hours for the 200th show. We've had Billy in the comments. We had Jimmy on tonight. Matter of fact, I think we had every judge except the one who promised they were going to come on with us tonight. I don't know where Tony is.
Yeah, it's 9:15, and I am getting tired. My hair's getting gray while I sit here, man. It's like getting more gray or something. See, look at this. It's more gray. Look at that.
All right. I would like to wish everybody good luck at finals. I hope you go home with the same vehicle that you drove in with. But if you don't, I do approve of that too. We'll put them on a record and get them home.
We'll take
Whatever
pictures.
you got to do to win, make it happen. No sand. Let it go. We're going to win. All right. Anything?
Ditto that. Just be safe and be loud on Saturday. Everybody enjoy the trips to the show. You can run at any time. It's not a race to get there. It's a race once you're there. We'll see you, most of you, on Saturday.
Yes, sir. And remember, if you can't run finals, it's okay. Come to the show anyway. We got kickoff shows at almost every location. Somebody's going to run you. We got judges for that. We all helping each other out this weekend. And if you need any help before then, message one of your judges. You have questions, message, just ask. We got y'all. We'll take care of you. And until Saturday, y'all go rebuild something. Because I ain't seen a vehicle together yet. Y'all go get to work.
Enjoy the rest of the night, folks. We'll
Good
see
night,
you.
y'all.
See ya.